No.
Not a chance, bozos. Telatalk episode 3. We back in the motherfucking building.
Telatalk episode 3. So many listens we could fill up a stadium. You already know.
We could sneak in the summer jam like Takashi. You heard? Put makeup on my face and shit.
Yeah, it's me, Mr. AB Dash.
Tokyo E in the motherfucking building.
Michael Jordan played against farmers.
Phoning in from an undisclosed island. Sipping a strawberry pina colada. I know that's redundant. It's 2 fruits, but it tastes delicious.
You already know the 2 fruit sample. The boats have to request permission from the FBI to land here.
Alright, we back in this bitch. We gonna pop it off with us talking about the Kids See Ghost album.
Kids See Ghost.
Andrew's gonna be the one who's talking about that album because once again, I am not running with the Coon Train, and Kid Cudi wasn't enough talent for me to. Well, not enough talent, not enough for me to just say fuck it, and I'm gonna listen to this album out of all albums. Push already did that for me.
You already know I ride for my coons. Snoop Dogg, Drake. I love my coons out here. So this
Snoop?
album, yeah,
What the fuck does Snoop do?
he's got a TBS show. Have you seen it? It's like a game show.
Oh yeah. I've seen this.
Like yeah, watch one episode.
I've
you
seen
already
it.
know my man's
But why is that cool? He just got a fucking TV show.
Because coon is the hot word to say right now. So
Alright, Snoop is the OG.
All respect
No
to
coon
Snoop.
is Snoop.
Nah, Snoop Lion's a coon, but Snoop Dogg's the goat.
Alright.
Alright, keep it moving with Kids See Ghost. Alright, I'm gonna keep it real with you, Chief. I listened to this album maybe 18 times. The first day it came out. And by first day it came out, I mean like when it came out at 2 p.m. randomly. So, if you took Kanye's Jesus...
Wait, niggas listen to it at work?
Absolutely. Niggas sneak off to the bathroom to get a listen.
Wow.
So, if you took Kanye's Jesus and Kid Cudi's Wizard album, but made them better and put them together, that's Kids See Ghost. And
So 2 mediocre albums,
but made
into
them
one.
better. Because you know how it is. So it's the same way how threesome works. So let's say you fuck it.
Please elaborate on this one. Let's go.
So if you have a threesome and you fucking 2 chicks, right? You know, male, female threesome. Let's say one's a 5 and the other's a 4. That's a 9. So when you have 2 mediocre albums, one's a 3 like Wizard and one's a 7 like Yeezus.
To make you give that shit a 10, Kids See Ghost?
Kids See Ghost is a 9.
Yo, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga? I've heard a few albums. I've heard a few of the fucking songs. I heard Reborn. Reborn is a really good track. Yeah. Kanye came in with like a good 6 bars, and then I'm like, oh, back to Bleach Asshole Kanye. Cudi, you know Cudi's the king of hums. Y'all niggas love Travis Scott. Cudi's his father. So that's basically that it. But that's all I heard. Andrew fucking loved the album, apparently.
I did.
Any other bullshit you want to say about this album?
It's better than Daytona. That's
No, it's not. It's not better than Daytona. Alright, so moving on, keeping on the music. Georgia Smith's album dropped. That album was a really good album.
I'll let you have this.
That was a really good fucking album. My favorite track on there has to be, I think it's on Your Own, I believe.
I like Blue Lights on there, but that was a song that was already been out.
Yeah, she already had. The one thing I didn't like about her album is that she put like 3 or 4 songs that she already had out. But I understand it with the streaming shit. That's the way she's gonna get her record sales up. So the album's called Lost and Found for anybody not to know. On Your Own is my favorite track on there. Goodbye is a very good track, but that shit would 1000% put you in your fucking feelings. That's about a track about people dying before you can say goodbye. That's a really sad track.
So it's like Lion King?
Tomorrow is a really good track. Wandering Romance is a really good track. February 3rd is a really good track. And Where Did I Go is a really good track too.
So what would you rate the album?
I rate the album, I'll give it a 7.5.
That's a solid
7.5 or
debut.
8 album.
That's a solid debut.
For a 20-year-old? Yeah, that's
He's 20?
She just turned 21.
Sir?
For a 21-year-old, yeah, like, she's good, my nigga.
How old was Nas when he dropped Illmatic?
But that's different, though. Nas dropped the albums of albums.
Speaking of Nas, he's dropping tomorrow.
Is he? For real?
Yeah. The seven song Kanye.
Hey, Kanye,
shit.
you got me with this one.
This is going to be...
A Nas one, though, I'm only going to do it for Nas and fucking...
Push.
And Push. That's the only 2 niggas I'm gonna go ahead and... Alright, let me hit these beats and let me hit these bars.
Can't wait for Tiana Taylor to blow all these niggas out the water.
Tiana Taylor's album is going to be really good. I heard a snippet of her album on Instagram. That shit was fucking fire. But Tiana has always been talented. They just put her on the fucking back burner. at good music.
They didn't even put her on the back burner. They put her on top of the fucking fridge. They're like,
But
yo,
Tiana Taylor's super talented. She's super talented. And she's fly. She's the type of girl that Andrew would love. Women who wear men's clothes.
You're right. I'm gonna keep it at that. I was gonna keep it to like some mad weird territory.
All
We're
right.
gonna keep it pushing. Shout out Nas. Really excited to hear that.
Nas, you already know. Queensbridge.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're gonna take this into another person committing suicide, but this one, not to like downplay Kate Spade or anything, but this one is a person who I feel like really, really influenced a lot of people. Like, you found out after the fact. I feel like after the fact, when people die, is when people give them like the flowers. But I feel like this time it was like genuine. Like, a lot of people were like sad about Anthony Bourdain.
Right.
Anthony Bourdain, to me, Anthony Bourdain influenced me in the sense of getting out and going to eat anywhere, just giving anything a shot and wanting to travel. He traveled, did whatever the fuck he wanted, and one thing I liked about his show a lot is what I feel like Action Bronson show, Fuck That's Delicious, is that they don't only go to high end restaurants like most of these shows. He goes to the mom and pop spots. He'll go to your mother's house and eat, and really delve into the culture and why they cook like that, or why impoverished people eat certain things that they eat. I mean, yeah, that was a really sad one for Anthony Bourdain to commit suicide.
Yeah, and just to touch on that, it was devastating to see that because of the same reasons. Because his show and what he was about was so much more than food, like you were talking about. It was more just about the conversations that he would have. I feel like if you took Action Bronson's show, the funniness, and you take like the cultural impact of like Eddie Wong's show, that you can see how they were both influenced by Anthony Bourdain.
A lot of people were influenced by Anthony Bourdain with their cooking show. His cooking show was the cooking show of cooking shows.
That's true.
The way I see Anthony Bourdain is like a Black Thought or like a Pharaoh or Mos Def. Yeah, because they are the rapper's rapper. This is what the rapper's like, and like the rapper's like, oh, this motherfucker is the best rapper. Anthony Bourdain is the cooking shows of cooking shows. Like, everybody points to that show and like, this show is great. Like, no matter what, that show is great. And he went to DR. I don't see a lot of y'all niggas go to DR and not go to the Pueblos rather than going to Punta Cana.
He had a whole episode in the Bronx.
Exactly.
Like
that's what I'm saying. Like, Anthony Bourdain touched different sides of fucking food that a lot of people don't. A lot of people that live in them neighborhoods probably wouldn't do it if they got a fucking show. Alright, so the transitioning from Anthony, rest in peace, Anthony Bourdain. Transition from Anthony Bourdain, we're gonna transition to this little scandal that Supreme had.
Well, you gotta. It's not a Supreme scandal. It's a dude pretending to be the president for Supreme.
Yeah, it's a guy pretending to be the president of Supreme. Went to China and scammed a whole bunch of
Chinese companies
with collab opportunities, like millions and millions and millions of dollars. But the thing that fucked me up, isn't James Jebby the president of Supreme, or he's just like the CEO and the head designer?
I would just say he's just the CEO and head designer.
So who the fuck is the president for Supreme?
The co-founder. I guess this guy, this fucking dude.
It's not that guy.
He might as well get hired.
It's a guy pretending to be that guy.
They got it. Supreme has to put this guy on the t-shirt.
They're definitely gonna put this guy on the t-shirt.
Be hilarious.
But this guy, shout out, cause y'all motherfuckers is finding ways to fucking really scam, like the nigga from Howard
University.
Like, niggas is getting really good at.
You know what's crazy?
Finding the scams, fucking Ponzi schemes, selling everybody dreams.
All right, well, this dude went to China just to do this,
and then came back.
So he had like a whole game plan in mind. It's not like he fucking emailed them and was like, "Yo, I'm President Supreme."
This had been ongoing. To do a collab with somebody, this has been ongoing for months, maybe years, before they gave him that $1 million.
And nobody hit that quick Google search.
Multiple $1 million.
Well, to be fair, in China they don't even have Google, so I know they do. It's blocked, so there's that.
That is true. Well, nah. Is Google blocked in China? I thought only certain sites are blocked in China.
At the risk of sounding super ignorant, I'm just gonna say that everything in China is blocked.
No, Instagram's not blocked in China, or like Snapchat and stuff like that. That's not blocked in China.
Well, then there you have it.
I know that for sure. But all right, so we're gonna talk about what we've been listening to at rotation wise in music lately. Of course, Andrew has been listening to Kids See Ghosts.
It's true.
And I've been listening to Lost and Found, Georgia Smith. But what else? What else you got in the rotation recently?
I'm just getting back to stuff that dropped this year that I haven't had the chance to listen to. So, off some like non-hip hop shit, I listened to the Frankie Cosmos album.
Don't know who that is.
The American Pleasure Club album.
That sounds like a porno mixtape.
Nah, well, it's better than what their last name used to be. So, they used to be called Dumpster. So, I'll happily take American Pleasure
like,
Club.
what's up with rock and roll names, like band names? Like, they just whatever,
It's just-
whatever you think of is like, all right, let's go.
It's just whatever. There's literally a band called Mom Jeans.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
rappers' names aren't that bad.
Nigga.
What?
Lil Skies.
Nigga, I'm talking about real rappers. I'm not talking about
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
That's not a bad name though.
It fits his character.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
It's
his
not.
brand.
It's not bad. Like, I wonder where he got that name from. I always think he got the name from Muro Takakashi.
The artist?
Yeah,
Like,
Takakashi,
nah.
Tekashi
He
6ix9ine.
definitely doesn't even know who that is.
This nigga got rainbow hair, and
Nah, I don't
fucking
see
Muro
it.
Takakashi shit is straight rainbow.
I don't see it. It's a coincidence.
I don't know, maybe. I don't. A lot of people in New York are a lot more cultured than we think. A lot of people on the basis of like New York are way more cultured than people who live in non-metropolitan cities. So I wouldn't put it past it.
I would definitely put it past him. Have you seen him?
He's not stupid though.
I didn't say he's stupid, bro.
Like,
I'm just asking if you saw him.
Yeah, but like I don't know. I'm just saying it'd be a heavy coincidence if that's what it is. He probably heard the last name and was like, oh shit, let me just and then let me
Right.
add my hood name to it, and then we go.
Did he ever explain the 6ix9ine stuff?
I don't. I think that's his name. I think that's his hood street or some shit like that. I don't know. Anyways, get the fuck out of here with that.
Nah, we gotta speak on
Nah,
him.
we're not.
That's the
speaking
king of
on
New
that.
York
No,
right there.
all right. So, all right, we're gonna go bring this back into fashion. What do you think about the Patagonia, Adidas, and North Face with the recycled materials and like really like honing in on that recycled thing?
All right, so
Adidas has Parley, and then Patagonia and North Face. What I think they do is they encourage people to bring the clothes back or have a place where they have it to drop off, and they refurbish it. It's kind of like where they refurbish like an iPhone from iPhone, and then they sell it back to you. The whole optics of that is kind of weird. I'm bringing back in my jacket, and somebody could buy it. Do I get a piece of that?
no,
Like,
absolutely not, brother.
what sense does that make? You have to get somebody a piece of it, of the jacket, or you have to pay somebody, because a lot of people won't just recycle to recycle.
Yeah, like they have to get some sort
Like,
of
you
maybe
have
like a
to-
discount on like a new jacket.
I think that's what they do. I think they discount on a new jacket for you to get, and you bring in the old jacket.
I mean, I like the concept of all this recycled material.
I mean, it's no different from what they're doing in the in these consignment shops and these thrift stores and stuff like that. They're you're just bringing your old shit in, but they pay you. That's the only difference.
No, I'm saying like in general, of like even Adidas, like they're not taking in donations.
No, Adidas is totally different.
They're just
Adidas is
taking
using
fucking plastic.
plastics and like all the pollution into the ocean. They're using that and making it into fly knits and ultra boosters and stuff like that.
Yeah, which I think is super dope.
But it's more expensive.
Absolutely.
It's like $20 more expensive. So why wouldn't I just buy the
But
normal ultra boost?
It's supposedly more comfortable too. The plastic shit that they use, the 4D,
Yeah.
the Future Crafts.
It's not. It's not the 4D.
You're
It's
talking about just Parlay.
Parley. Parley, whatever it is. Yeah, it's
Works
just
for the
that.
company.
Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, Angel's phoning in from Germany. He doesn't even know this. He's probably gonna be fired by the time we get this. But
Don Quixote.
yeah, I just don't get it. Like, I'm paying $20 more for you to recycle things. So like, I'm paying $20 more basically per sneaker
I
to
think
clean up the world.
it's just the process that like so much more work has to go into it to rework something than it is to just fucking make
I'm
something.
paying $20 more for a fucking pair of sneakers, while niggas is still gonna throw water bottles in the water.
Yes, but eventually you'll be able to wear a sneaker made out of those water bottles.
I mean,
think that's
the concept of it is pretty it's pretty cool. Like, oh shit, like they made these fly knits or these ultra boosters just from like recycled pollution.
I mean,
in the
eventually
water. It's
all our
not
shit's
bad.
gonna be recycled shit.
I mean,
we're gonna run out of
at
shit.
this point, yeah, it's
Shit.
probably gonna be. But the person who kicked that off the most was Patagonia.
Yeah, they're super into that heavy environmental
Patagonia's
shit.
been doing this for a while now.
I mean, they've been trying to sue Trump for years, so there's that.
Sue him for what though?
Like environmental damage from his policies. Shit, we're not getting into that. This is not a political podcast.
Yeah, we're not a political podcast, but I just want to know what the fuck they were suing about. Like, how could you sue him?
Can you
Is
sue
the
him for
thing.
being never mind.
Listen, nigga.
Yo, so super 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 off topic, but as of today's date, a new episode of Between Two Ferns came up. That's the Zach Galifianakis show, and he had Jerry Seinfeld on. And
it's off topic. That's always on topic. Jerry's always welcome, dog. What are you talking about?
So there's a joke on it where the basis of the joke is that Seinfeld is only successful because of Larry David, and that Seinfeld's super unfunny.
This is the show where Zach Galifianakis is just like sitting there awkwardly and fucking with people.
Yeah, being a mad dickhead.
Yeah.
So
it's pretty funny, dog. To be honest.
If you didn't know, Tokyo E is a super hard, diehard
Larry David and Jerry Seinfeld.
So how do you feel about that? They call themselves the Larry David Truthers, where they believe that Jerry Seinfeld is super unfunny and he's only like this because of.
I mean, Jerry wrote on Seinfeld, so like that means nothing to me. They both co-wrote, but I don't know. If I had to pick one of the two who was the funniest, I'd pick Larry David. Larry David is definitely more funny than Seinfeld for me. But Seinfeld seems like he's funny in like the mad sciences where like he thinks he thinks of a lot of concepts, and Larry just expands on the concepts. Like,
well, a lot of people say that Jerry Seinfeld's character is the least funniest character.
Bullshit. Jerry is fucking hilarious on that show. You might not like his humor then, but the way that Jerry was written on that show was fucking hilarious. The least funny character to me is, I'll say, Kramer. Because Kramer's more like slapstick comedy. He always comes in banging in stuff, and he always says like wild shit.
Wild card.
But no, I don't think anybody on that show is unfunny. That's why that show is really good. But I think Kramer out of all of them is the least least funny. The funniest one to me is George, obviously.
What's George's real life name? His actor? Name?
Jason Alexander.
Fuck you.
He owns the J. Alexander restaurants. That's his restaurants.
Oh, shut up. I've never eaten there. I probably never will. But
I won't either. But for me, it would go George, then it would go Jerry, then it would go Elaine, then it would go Kramer. And after that, I would probably put Putty, Elaine's boyfriend, in some of the seasons. And after that, I'll put Newman. That motherfucker's hilarious. And
Newman's the other fat dude, right?
Yeah, he's the other fat dude.
He is hilarious.
He's funny, dog. Like, for example, the fucking episode where they had episode where it's called Top of the Muffin. So basically, the place only sells top of the muffins.
It's the best part of the muffin.
So the stump of the muffins, they just put into like a bag, and then the guy was like, "What am I gonna do with the rest of these?" The thing was, he tried to send them to a homeless shelter, and the lady was like, "Where are the tops of these? We don't want these," and they brought it back. And then at the end of the show, they call in Newman. Newman comes in with a fork and a knife and 2 gallons of milk, and he was like, "Give me 30 minutes." There was literally a fucking bag that looks like a 50-pound bag of fucking the stump of the muffins, which I don't think is a bad actual concept to open.
Just muffin tops?
The muffin top. The muffin top is the best.
And then what you could do with the muffin bottom is just like
make it into a cake.
Make it into a cake.
Yeah, like shit. That's simple. I think people already do sell the top of the muffins.
Isn't that what a scone is, or am I stupid?
Is it what a scone is? I know I've never eaten a scone.
Yeah, so I'm not rich enough.
I don't frequent at Starbucks. So we barely touch on those recycled material things. That shows you motherfuckers how much we care about recycling.
Hold on. This is a concept. If Nike made an Air Force One out of like 10 years ago, and then like another 10 years ago,
that would be dope.
So like each like the midsection, the front section, the back section would be like a different era of Air Force One. That would be pretty dope. Shit.
But the thing is, with all vintage sneakers, they come back. So people usually save the sneakers, or like they rebuy the sneakers. Like for example, you would never make an Air Jordan 1 from Air Jordans from '85 because those Air Jordan 1s are selling for like $5,000. Nobody's gonna send those bags to Nike unless Nike's paying that back.
That's super facts.
That nobody's gonna take.
Maybe as a concept, they'll take like the design part.
What they can do is start it off with a shoe that's super popular, like the Air Force One.
Yeah.
A lot of people have Air Force Ones. A lot of people won't mind giving you the Air Force Ones that has no resale value or anything, and then they just do it like that. And you could really do that in New York, because all them niggas in Harlem only wear the Air Force One once.
And then it's over.
I used to be like that in high school. I would go through maybe like 10 pairs all white Air Force Ones in 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, I'd buy 10 pairs and just keep them going. And right now, there's still people in DR wearing my Air Force Ones. All my little cousins are wearing all white Air Force Ones because of me.
You were wearing the leather joints?
The low all white Air Force Ones. You gotta do it. We don't do mids. You do highs or lows. No mids. No mids all whites.
Peter, are you listening?
This nigga. But yeah, for sure, that's a first world problem. Niggas is out here wearing 10 pairs of all white Air Force Ones in 2 weeks, and my little cousins are fucking happy as shit with them things in DR.
So you probably ran through maybe like 100 pairs.
Well, I stopped doing it after a while. I did it from freshman year to, I would say, junior year. So every 2 weeks, 10 pairs. Do the math on that. I'm not going to do the math. So, fuck that.
God damn.
But easy like 200-300 pairs.
I've never owned an Air Force One.
But I'm just like speculating 2 weeks because I'm not wearing 10 sneakers in 2 weeks.
Yeah, like
I'm not wearing the whites. I'm switching in Jordans or Vans or boots, Timbs and shit. Like
this nigga's wearing Air Force Ones like he's taking birth control.
I fucking love Air Force One. Air Force One is my favorite silhouette of Nike ever. Air Force One is the best sneaker, the most classic sneaker of all time. Air Force One's definitely there. After that is the Air Jordan ones. After that is the Air Max 90s. After that is the Air Max 95s. I like running shoes and I like casual shoes. Alright, so tying back into that, how they killing a fucking big shoe that I liked in my childhood and I still like, but they're really killing it. Nike's killing the Air Max 97s.
They made like 300 this year.
Dude, not even. It's like fucking 5 different colors every week. Like, give that shit a fucking rest, bro.
And then they remake. So they do like 5 colors a week, and then the next week they put the Vapor Max on it.
Look, I'm telling y'all right now, Nike is. I see what Nike's trying to do with pulling in that Air Max 97 Ultra and having the Air Max 97s and putting all the good colors of the Air Max on the Air Max 97 Ultras. So niggas who are tied to the original shoe will go buy the Ultras, or people who don't know about sneakers will go buy the Ultras. I know what you're trying to do. I know y'all trying to like get them sales up. Nobody fucking wants Air Max 97 Ultras. You should have kept it with the fucking same colors. I would have been fine if they put out like 10, 20, 30 colors. They have to be over 300-400 colors since, last January. Like, this is fucking ridiculous at this point.
Like, you know, do them shits even sell?
Yeah.
Who's buying these shits?
I have no clue, but I know that the Air Max 97 Ultras really sell good with women because they put a lot of, like, popping spring colors on those.
Yeah, I've mainly seen them on women.
Yeah, and women aren't tied to... Most women, I'm not going to generalize, but most women aren't really tied to the fucking, so the actual OG silhouette of the sneaker. I would say a lot more men are tied into that. But I don't want the fucking Ultras. Get that shit out of here. And transitioning to the other brand, Adidas. Adidas continues to put out good fucking new silhouettes.
Speak for yourself.
That Adidas pod that's a good shoe.
Piece of dookie.
Yeah, right. That shit was a good shoe.
Bro, it looks like... You know what? I'm going to look it up. Someone posted on Hypebeast the perfect comment to describe this shoe. Please hold. This comment says, the NMD and the EQT did the Dragon Ball Z fusion dance. That is all.
And it looks good.
Dude, it doesn't... I don't get it. It doesn't look like anything.
What do you mean it doesn't look like anything? Like, what do you want to look like? A fucking zebra?
Please? But it just looks so uninteresting. This doesn't even look like a new silhouette to me.
I don't think they made it... I don't think they wanted to make it look like a wow.
It doesn't even have to be wild, but
the first color of every Adidas is like very plain, and then they go on with the extra colors. Like the young ones, they're bringing in the red, blue, and white colorways first, and then they're bringing in that Dragon Ball Z inspired color where it's orange, blue. Those are really hard.
That Dragon Ball Z stuff is coming up soon.
Yeah, that Dragon Ball Z Adidas collab is coming up soon. I probably won't get any of that. No, I don't like any of them. Like
DM us on SoundCloud.
What?
Can you DM on SoundCloud?
You can send messages on SoundCloud. You can't DM. Do not send me fucking messages. I'm not reading those.
Go off. This POD is trash. End of story.
The POD is hard, in my opinion. Andrew thinks it's trash. Normal thing. We don't fucking agree on the sneaker. Alright, so going back, Andrew said he's super tired of this shit, but the Roma Fendi... Roma has a Fendi, Fendi has a Roma now.
The fucking luggage. We've talked about luggage every week.
Because they have been dropping one every week. But Fendi has the best one out of all of them. This one is really fucking dope. Like, I don't care about fucking, the fucking luggage. For some reason, I really fucking like these. Like, it's that, I like the leather thing they have on top, but also they have that thing where they have on the company LYX has, where it's the like a belt, like a seatbelt, but like around your waist. But this is around the fucking luggage, and it has a very like light Fendi embroidery on it, and then on the inside it has the X of the connectors, so like your luggage doesn't move or anything like that. I really like this shit. This shit's dope to me. Now I won't spend. I'm pretty sure this is gonna retail at. They got the retail price on it? No, they don't.
No,
but
they don't.
If I had to guess retail, it's gonna be like $2,000, maybe $3,000.
And it looks like a shipping container from like the port.
I won't pay that shit, but it's dope. I like it. Andrew's tired of the fucking.
I'm tired of luggage. Just get you a duffel bag and call it a day.
No, because what do you mean the duffel bag?
Or like
that's a throw on.
Just regular fucking suitcase.
Yeah, what are you gonna be? All right, yeah. I mean, yeah. Go to TJ Maxx and go get you a $40 suitcase.
That should have hold up.
It will hold up.
All right then.
I don't use expensive luggage. Either one, they're gonna get stolen or they'll get scraped, and I'm gonna be fucking tight that my $3,000 Roma fucking thing gets scraped. And that'd
be super tight.
The airline is not gonna pay for it.
Why would they? Nobody cares about that shit.
They're not gonna pay for it at all.
To be fair though, I think this is the type of shit that wouldn't scrape easily.
No, it scrapes easily.
Does it?
It doesn't scrape like easy like if I fucking put my nail on the scratches. No, but I did see some lady posted it on, I think it was on Twitter, where she was taking an Uber ride and the Uber driver was being like a dick, which is like 95% of Uber drivers.
Either a dick or they just like don't understand anything about
exactly
anything.
Especially if you're in New York. But apparently the Uber driver was taking her to the airport. She got to the airport. The Uber driver was like yelling at her in the car. I don't remember what he was yelling at her about. But then once he got out, he threw her bag. Like she threw her bag, and there was a Roma bag, and like when she showed the pictures, it looked like she had been sanding the side of the fucking Roma bag like an hour. Like it was all scraped up. So I don't know if that was just because he fucking Hulk smashed that shit on the sidewalk, but that shit was really fucked up. And for $1,000, I expect for my bag to be more indestructible, like a pair of phone posits.
That shit better throw him. You throw that shit. Shout out to phone posits. Shout out to my DC folks tuning in. Shout out Georgetown. Shout out Capitol Hill. Shout out Silver Springs. All my folk out there. All my people.
All right, so moving this into Starbucks and Stanley.
Hold up, I didn't even read this.
Read what?
The Starbucks fragment shit.
Yeah, Andrew not being prepared for a podcast. What's new? So yeah, Starbucks and Fragment designed a Stanley bottle. I think the bottle's pretty dope. I don't know how much the bottle's gonna go for. Oh, the bottle's going for 4,000 yen, so Japan yen.
It's like $40.
It's $36, and which I wouldn't mind paying that. $36 for that's not bad.
That's usually what you pay for like a water bottle.
Yeah, for
like
these
that,
fucking aluminum water bottles that you buy for fucking Amazon.
Yeah, that keep your shit like hot or cold for 12 hours. But
yeah, it's basically the same thing as a Yeti. Is it a Yeti? Is what it's called?
I think so. There's so many of those shits now.
Yeah,
but who the fuck asked for this?
Yeah,
who sat down and was like,
"This is this is more left field than IHOP switching IHOP for IHOP and it's being burgers. Nobody gives a fuck."
Shout out IHOP. You know what?
Yeah, shout out IHOP for the most useless news I needed all week.
That shit had me hyped though. I was like, "What is it?"
No lie,
gotta be breakfast.
When they switched to B, I was like, "This got to be brunch or breakfast." I nowhere in my mind I thought burgers. I think they already sold burgers, to be honest.
They did. I guess they're just like really focusing on it because I guess they want to appeal to more like a lunchtime crowd because people only go to IHOP when it's really late or really early.
When they're high at night,
yeah,
that's
it. High at night.
And I don't even go to IHOP. IHOP is garbage. Why go to IHOP when you go to Waffle House?
These are facts.
But fucking yeah, or go to a diner. I see a lot of people in these fucking metropolitan cities going to fast food and chain restaurants. Why? There's a billion small restaurants, small business owned restaurant, mom and pop shops, diners that you can get way better food at. I don't understand that.
Because they want food they can trust.
People in those cities take a lot of things for granted. Like a lot of things for granted. Granted, there's a lot of bad things about that city. No fucking parking, too much fucking people, overpopulations. But yeah, I got a lot of good shit in them cities too. You can get any fucking clothes that you want, any food that you want in those cities. Yeah, but this is totally left field.
Because, I wonder who called who first for this. Because
it wasn't Fragment.
It definitely wasn't fucking Fragment.
Maybe Starbucks is trying to, appeal to, the kids now that that whole little.
I don't think
fucking
Fragment would
problem.
be that brand though that they would do this for.
A lot of people like Fragment, to be honest.
I feel like
Fragment's really dope.
They could have easily done it with like fucking Stussy
or Supreme.
They did it with Supreme. Already adding to cart.
Exactly. You know what would really get Angel to add to the cart? Do it a mean Leon door.
Facts.
He'd add that to the cart immediately. $100 a mean Leon door.
Sorry,
no problem.
Already on the way.
But yeah, that was super left field. I don't get the angle on that. Maybe that's just like a collab to collab, like generally, like whatever. So fast forwarding to.
Can we talk about this AMI?
AMI is a really dope brand. AMI is in the same space to me as APC. What else? APC, Acne Studios, where it's like it's a high end brand, but it's like very slept on to me.
This shit's really hard.
Yeah, they dropped. All right, so this is what we're talking about is the AMI highlights of the 70s and 80s U Street style pre-spring 2019 collection. But basically, what it is, yeah, in the name, you can tell it. It's the 70s and 80s wear of like what the youth used to wear. So it's a lot of like corduroy jackets, beanies. I'll say like ankle high pants, flannels, cream shoes,
turtlenecks and this shit. They got a really dope logo, by the way. The heart with the Eiffel Tower. That shit's super tough.
The bubble vest. They have a lot of butterscotch colors as well. Like that brown butterscotch. A lot of this shit is dope. I would say out of this thing, maybe I'd cop 70% of the things I've seen on here already.
We can't even wear half this shit because it's mad hot in here.
I mean, it's cold in Germany. Where I'm falling in from, it's hot, 1,000%.
Yeah, I'm calling in from Germany. Though.
I'm in a tank top, flip flops. We out here.
It's currently 1 a.m.
Another thing that I see I've seen like in the cycle of clothes that's coming back up is turtlenecks. A lot of people are starting to wear turtlenecks and mock necks.
Turtlenecks are fucking hard, bro.
I've always thought they were fire. But where I reside from is super hot, so I cannot fucking wear that shit.
True. That's why mock necks are the wave. Yo, fat boy tip out there, rock the mock necks. It'll hide the neck fat rolls. Also,
fat boy tip out there. I'm not a big boy, but wear an undershirt. It hides a lot of fat.
This is very true.
Also, wear black. It slims you.
Also, tuck in your undershirt so your belly doesn't swing. I forgot where I saw that from. It was like you want to be like a cannonball, not Jello. So you want to. You ever touch like
that? 1,000% was on Reddit. 1,000%.
Nah, I saw it on like a show. But you ever seen like fucking grandpas?
Yeah.
Like big belly grandpas.
Or every Dominican person ever.
Those stomachs are hard as shit.
Yeah.
But they're so round. I wonder what's in them.
They're super round with no pockets of fat in it at all.
I just truly don't understand. Yo, back on this fuck Adidas wave, they've raised the price of the young one.
This nigga deadass wants to get fired. It's not fuck Adidas. The young one price got raised because, like I was talking about last week, the consumer. You control what they put out and what price point they put out. So originally the young ones were at $100. Now the young ones are at $130. So you're looking at $140 after taxes, depending on where you are.
Ruin this shoe. I want everyone listening.
I'm surprised they didn't raise it to $160. Because people would have still bought it at $160.
$130 is like the average Adidas price right now. The NMDs are $130, shit like that. A lot of EQTs are around that price. I want everyone listening to go to the Adidas page and unlike the photos of the young ones, please. Thank you.
They have up for likes on the Adidas page.
They have what?
Like where you can like the
on their Instagram.
I was about to say what the
unlike
fuck?
Their Instagram pictures. Report Hypebeast for posting the shoes. Just honestly, get all awareness of the shoe gone so that regular people can pay $98 for them. Thank you.
All right, keeping it going. Thomas Meyer leaves Bottega after 20 years. Bottega has always been a very consistent brand. Bottega got really big in the boot era, where like with Chelsea boots and
but that era is over.
That era's not over. I feel with fashion, I feel like you pick an era and you stay in it, and you just lightly tweak on things that come up on the new era. That's
why they fired him. They're just trying to get into this new era of fucking like.
But who will they bring in to bring in a new wave to this?
Somebody from Parsons.
1,000%.
They just graduated, bro. Someone's about to come in.
Yeah, about that Parsons school, I see a lot of people that are into fashion and that like live in New York specifically really hate people who go to Parsons.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, like they really don't like people who go to Parsons. I guess they view them as pretentious people who don't know anything about fashion.
Where is Parsons in New York?
Parsons in New York, I want to say it's in Soho, like in the Soho area.
Oh, but it's definitely in Manhattan?
It's in Manhattan, 1,000%. But with that school, like, people, like, there's a lot of notable people that go in there, but, yeah, like, all these companies basically handpick people out of every classroom to, like, keep going. Like, Heron Preston went to Parsons, and he was picked up by Nike during the time when, like, the Soho era was going on, when all the fashion heads were running Soho, and he got picked for Nike to do, like, little, like, things on him, like, little nuanced things on the Nike wave.
It's like Parsons, like, makes the fashion part of Parsons and design. They make people to work for these companies, like those companies and big brands. Like,
well,
pick them.
The thing is about that, I think it's just another form of classism. Who the fuck can afford going to? It's $20,000 per term.
Yeah,
it's $23,000. It's if I'm not mistaken, it's $1,500 per credit hour. So $1,500. That's ridiculous.
Plus, you gotta live in fucking New York, which is already expensive.
Super expensive. That's already $3,000 for a half kitchen and half living room.
Facts. You don't even got a stovetop. You just got a microwave and a fridge.
You got a hot plate.
He's got a
in
hot
New York.
plate.
Yeah, but that's I really don't get that. Like, I can't speak on, like, Parsons. I know a few people who go there, and they said that they actually, like, learn a lot of things.
Yeah, I guess there's a reason why these brands fucking pick these people from Parsons.
I'm assuming that it's like the Harvard of
right.
design school. So I'm assuming that they have, like, the best professors and, like, the most connections. That's basically what college is to make connections.
Good connections and a good track record. Because people like Marc Jacobs, Tom Ford went to Parsons.
Yeah. There's a few other people who went to Parsons that are, like, not super notable, but there's a lot of people that went to Parsons that are just they're the people who are behind the scenes, right, who do everything, like in runway shows, designs, knitwear, all like the things leading up to a fashion show or leading up to a clothes being made in production. So, like,
it's kind of like
the engineer or the producer in rap or in music in general. Nobody fucking knows the engineer except Mixed by Ali. That's the only person that everybody knows.
Mixed by Ali, and
there's a lot more engineers than that.
It's like the people go to Parsons, like you related to quote unquote the academy in Hollywood. How they run everything and they run all the awards and the shit. That's basically what Parsons makes you do. You either become a big head or you become someone just running the shit behind.
Parsons is basically the connect. Parsons, you're paying $40,000 to get the connection to these big companies, because these big companies are just gonna they've been handpicking people from there forever.
Plus, they got a super low acceptance rate. Also, I think it's like under 20%.
Yeah, isn't it private though?
I think so. I don't know.
Private schools take acceptance rate. I thought they just.
Then I guess it's not, because I looked up the acceptance rate and it was like 18%.
Well, it might not. I'm pretty sure you have to have a in-depth portfolio for that to get into Parsons or a big bag.
Niggas got portfolio. I went to the community college.
Yeah. So bringing this back to drops this week. So drops this week. We have the normal to come up to bat. It's Supreme Palace. I think we got a few new ones in here. I don't think we got Bape this week. So yeah, we have Supreme drop 17. Andrew seemed to really like this. I like this week's drop.
I like the polos. That Supreme drop.
It was pretty solid, to be honest.
With the shorts, I feel like, I'm getting old now. I'm 29, so I've been straying away from a lot of like crazier
pieces,
colorful prints.
What the fashion world may call peacocking pieces.
Peacocking, yeah. So literally, right now, I'm wearing mixed match socks and no underwear. So there's that.
Nigga, why does anybody need to know that?
Yeah,
the Terry polos and the Terry pants were decent, but otherwise I don't see anything worth buying one here. They dropped a pocket knife. Those sneakers are fucking terrible.
Whoa.
Those dad sneakers with the flames on them are fucking horrible.
All right, you take off the flames and they're not terrible anymore.
Probably. If you take off those flames, I'll probably say that they're not bad.
Especially the white one. That's the best. That's the better one with the flames. Because the one on the black one, it looks like Nike collabed with Monster Energy drink, not with Supreme.
That's what it looks like. That's what it literally looks like. Moving on to Palace's summer drop collection. It's number 7. This classic stuff in Palace is very like solid colors: gray, black, navy. They got some hot pink shit and some navy blue like sweaters and shit. I don't understand why Palace and like Supreme are still dropping sweaters in their summer collection. Like, I understand people just like hoard it and to wear it then, but I feel like they should be dropping a lot more tees and a lot more like polos and shorts and swimwear and shit like that. Palace dropped their normal tri-fig sweaters and shit.
Yeah, this is appealing to people all over the world.
Yeah, because like I said last week, I'm pretty sure it's still cold in London. Gosha dropped their Adidas World Cup kit. But yeah, last week, I don't think we saw it last week.
Nah, but it's
decent.
It's good.
This looks like what a Russian would wear. This looks like what a Russian would wear in like a fucking in a bar or something. Off-White Nike football shit dropped. We talked about that last week. It was whatever.
So we were talking about Russia. World Cup started today, and Russia spanked Saudi Arabia. All my soccer fans, shout out.
Yeah, all you people like overhyping this fucking World Cup.
What do you mean overhyping?
National Geographic dropped a fucking collab with the North Face.
Stupid and whack.
The bottle source.
Yeah.
I feel like this is another like recycling pitch.
The director David Lynch dropped a bunch of t-shirts on Amazon.com, and they're actually pretty dope. Go check those out and buy them.
What, the National Geographic?
No, David Lynch is like a movie director.
But what are you talking about?
No, I don't want to talk about National Geographic, so I just switched it.
So Nike dropped their Russian football soccer collection. Not really anything big, just normal jerseys. Actually, they're not bad. That blue and white one is not bad at all. Yeah, just normal shit. I feel like everybody's just horned out
because of the World Cup.
Because of the World Cup. Cudi and Kanye dropped their Kissy Ghost collab in LA.
It's okay.
The
artwork is. Okay.
It looks like to me what RSVP did. Their Sunset clothing thing with like it being like an LA vibe, like it, and it's whatever.
They should have got the dude that did J. Cole's cover.
The
KOD,
yeah.
That artwork is sick.
I like the artwork. Polo dropped their Ralph Lauren CB93 collection. This is a lot of vintage shit. I'm pretty sure a lot of people who really collect Polo, the low lives,
loving this.
I think they're hating this.
No, they're loving this, brother.
Yeah, they probably do like it because they're not the people to really resell, so they get another chance to get these pieces.
They probably just hate that it says 93 on it. They want the OG shit.
That is OG shit. The CP393 is it's a re-release of the 93 collection. Yeah, this is like all the boating wear that they had in like 93.
Oh, then they're super hyped.
It's dope. This is dope. Polo's never gonna fall off. Polo would never fall off. I don't think so. I think they made too much of a staple in the fucking fashion industry, as far as Ralph and everything. Polo's
they owe their worth to the black community.
1,000%.
Pay your reprimand.
Him and Tommy Hilfiger 1,000%. They in the 90s they used black culture, hip hop culture to get the shit popping. Everybody was wearing from fucking the chef. Raekwon the chef is the one who popped off the Snow Beach. Snow Beaches are popping because of Raekwon the chef. Peace God.
Shout out.
Yeah, but that shit was definitely hip hop definitely influenced. Hip hop influences fashion in general. A lot of shit that's popping comes from hip hop culture.
Yeah, especially fucking music videos type shit.
Like
back
everything.
Not as much now. I've never recently in music videos I've never seen like someone wear something and be like, wow, that's fucking sick.
But now with music video it's a lot more hidden. Like all the product placements are a lot more hidden. This isn't like the product placements that are into like Back to the Future was like Coke, Pepsi, Nike.
Let's get a fucking Big Mac.
By the way, that's like top 5 movies right there.
Top Back to the Future?
Back to the Future is a great movie.
Facts. And I think the dude who made it has like something in his contract that says while he's alive, they can't make remakes.
I would make that until like my whole family lineage dies.
Honestly,
they're definitely gonna remake that for the kids now.
Yo, the day after this man dies, it's coming out in theaters.
1000%. It's gonna be like
they recorded it behind his back,
live from like 2080, and they're gonna have some crazy ass robotic shit. Like if you really look into that movie on what they thought the future was gonna be like, it's nothing like it is now.
Yeah, we're stupid compared
Hologrammed and all that shit. It's nothing like it is now.
I mean, we had the Tupac hologram.
Yeah, but we don't have hovering cars or hovering boards or anything.
We have hoverboards.
No,
bro.
we don't.
We got the fucking
Lexus actually dropped a hoverboard, like a real board that hovers over the ground. Like when the hoverboard trend was going,
yeah,
Lexus dropped one. It's pretty dope. It's really dope.
I don't know. I just think that Back to the Future, they had the ideas right in the movie. Like we have all that shit now, low key.
What?
We have flying cars.
No, we don't.
Are planes not flying cars?
They had planes back then, motherfucker. What are you talking about? That
When
movie was made in like 1985. There was planes.
Yeah, there was no planes back then.
Yeah, okay. Now, you motherfuckers who flew back then, y'all some brave motherfuckers. Niggas used to smoke on airplanes. Get the fuck out of here.
Niggas didn't care about their life back then. I'm sure 30 years from now, they'll say the same shit about something we do, like maybe driving or something.
I always think about that in my head. Like, what the fuck are my kids gonna say that was either whack or that was, like, weird or, like, damn, y'all motherfuckers didn't have this. Like, I feel like with phones, they're gonna be like, wow, y'all actually had to, like, call people. Y'all couldn't just say, call this person.
Yeah, and they don't enter your brain.
Yeah, like, it's gonna
astral project.
It's gonna be very interesting once I have kids.
I can't wait that, like, when my kids listen to this podcast and they're like, wow, Dad, you're super washed.
I can't wait till Pharrell's kids grow up and then, like, dude, my dad's a fucking loser.
Honestly?
Like, that fucking baffles my mind that a kid was gonna be like, yo, my dad's a fucking loser. Like, when Blue grows up, like, Dad, what the fuck? Get out of here. Like.
Dad, why the fuck you wearing an ice cream on your shirt?
Like, not even, like, you know how your parents get to that point where, like, when you were a kid, where they were embarrassing you in front of your friends? Like, imagine Blue Ivy telling the whole, like, yo, get out of here, embarrassing in front of my friends. Like,
I mean,
your dad is number one.
We saw that with fucking Jaden Smith.
Top God.
Oh, chill. Hov is not number one.
Hov is number one, hands down.
How can you say this when Tekashi's
Alright, anyways, but, like, same thing with, like, Pharrell, like, say like, Pharrell's trying to, like, put his sons or something and, like, wear something, and they're like, what do you know about clothes? Like, that shit's not fly. Loser. Like, yo, that shit that's crazy to think that that's gonna happen, my nigga.
I bet kids in the future are gonna wear thigh-high socks on the regular.
Now,
like, socks just keep
one thing
higher.
that Back to the Future that they predicted that was gonna happen, well, not predicted, but they put in the movie that was gonna happen, that I think is gonna happen, where I think it's number 2. It might be number 2 or number 1. Where it's number 2, where he has a bomber jacket on and he gets like splashed by a car and then he hits a button on the jacket and it drives himself off. It drives itself off the jacket itself.
Oh, that's definitely something.
That definitely is gonna happen. When they do that, I'll fucking love that shit.
Unico will probably do it first.
1000%. Unico will probably do that shit first.
Niggas in Japan stay getting hit by cars.
Alright, before my son Andrew tail ends and like gets weird like he does on every fucking podcast, I know you niggas see that shit. We're gonna end this shit here. It's episode 3 Telatalk. It's Tokyo E.
It's AB Dash. Thanks for having us.
You see what I'm talking about there? I'm leaving that in. So you motherfuckers know what I have to cut up. Andrew speaks like he's on an awkward date. Like, alright.
Thanks for having me. Hope your mom's not mad at me. Please stream Tekashi's new project.
Oh, also, thank you everybody who's been listening. We've been hitting crazy numbers. Episode 3, we out. AB Dash,
Tell your
Tokyo
cousins
E,
to listen.
we out.
Shout.